Hello Virgo and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your mid-month reading for October and we have, wow, the Magician, willpower and creation coming through. George the Rooster's loving this as well. So he's just like, yes, you are the magician. You're working your magic. You're willing something into creation. It could be a very, very creative time for you guys at this moment in time. So it is a big end of the month that's coming in because we are moving into eclipse season. We're moving from Libra energy, Libra season into Scorpio. So there's going to be a real kind of tonal shift in terms of the intensity, but we do also have a new moon in Scorpio on the 25th, and this is a partial eclipse. So as you know, eclipses bring change. So we're about to head into eclipse season. So let's see the Magician energy. You're starting something new here. You're working out the how, you're working out potentially getting a lot of opening your mind to a whole heap of new possibilities. I think you're becoming very consciously aware as well at this moment about something in your life. So let's see what's shifting and changing for you. Ooh, another beginning, the Ace of Cups. I love it. Pentacle 5, Venus, Taurus, and the Moon, Pisces. Okay. So yes, you are becoming consciously aware of something with that moon. Something's been under the surface there. Something's coming up. It's been there. Something's been unclear potentially around you or within your environment, within a situation. And it's potentially been clear, hasn't necessarily been clear what's missing or what's been lacking. For some of you, yes, maybe it is. You're getting very strong intuitive messages around that. The Pentacle 5 Venus Taurus is where there has been, this could be worried about money or thinking about making some shifts and changes to your work or to your business in some sort of way. It just feels like on the material resource level, whether it's time, effort, energy, money, that there's just something that is just feeling a bit off. It's not feeling quite right. There's a lack of clarity around it. And I feel like there's been a lack of clarity around the solution perhaps. But this is what's shifting and changing with the Magician. You're kind of going, yes, finally your head's getting clear. You're finally getting some kind of conscious awareness of what's going on and getting some new direction. And the Ace of Cups is where you're feeling differently. It's a new cycle of feeling very, very differently, feeling very new. And yeah, this can be a birth of healing, of love, of joy, reconnection to joy, where it feels like this energy feels very murky and something very unclear. So you're becoming very consciously aware of the dynamics with this moon energy that's come up here, where there's been some confusion of sorts or it just also really understanding the cycles. It could be understanding some subconscious patterning that's going on with all of this as well, and that's actually been leading to the Pentacle 5, where it feels like, its growth is being restricted in some way, or it just feels like something's really been lacking. Wow, we've got the Death card. So yeah, there really is this sense of transformation is possible here, transforming a situation because of really dealing with these undercurrent energies that are coming through. So Virgo, here you are turning up as the Hermit. That is the card of Virgo. So I love it. You've got you on your mind. I just did Taurus. Taurus had the Taurus card on their mind. It's very much a sense of, I think, the earth signs kind of, got yourself on your mind, which actually makes a big difference. So there's a sense of coming back to yourself perhaps is going to be a good feeling, or just feeling more like you, or more like doing something that you didn't feel like doing before. So yeah, interesting. Getting your motivation back perhaps. Yeah, there's been a bit of a struggle that's coming through. So Virgo, I wanted to let you know that this reading is for Virgo Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all 3 of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you a more holistic view of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Virgo. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. There, unfortunately, is George is like going, yes, trust your intuition, especially as you're turning up as the Magician. Unfortunately, there's no extended readings for these mid-monthlies in October, but if you're interested in any of my personalised services like healings and readings, the link for that is in the description box below. I love it. The Ace of Cups, double Ace of Cups. Okay, wherever you've been feeling funky, there's a shift. Okay, that's really great. I love it. Yeah, you're tired. You're a little tired. Yeah, a bit soul weary there with the Nine of Wands, but you're working out what it is that you want, which is really great. And that's actually really nice. Oh, wow. There's some beautiful healing coming through, and you've got the Eight of Swords. So, yeah, it's almost like you're realizing that you've kind of been able to heal some real some habitual patterns in your life. We always do things the same way, and it's like, why do I always end up with this outcome? And the universe, this moon is really showing you this. And so it's an opportunity to kind of do something differently, come back, replenish, emotionally renew, which is really lovely. But we have as the main energy, the Death card. So this is Scorpio. This is Pluto and Scorpio coming in. So we do have that, and you've got Moon here. So the Moon in Scorpio is very going to have a big impact, and it's interesting. And it's interesting as well that you're crowned by Venus and Taurus, because Taurus is the opposite sign of Scorpio. So yeah, it's interesting because the nodes, the north and south nodes, are on the Scorpio-Taurus axes, the opposite signs. This is a south node eclipse. So the south node is what we're karmically letting go of, what we've already learnt, what we no longer need. And it can connect you to your gifts because you've learnt the things in that cycle. So that's what's happening here, is that there's a big being shown to you, revealed to you what it is that you can let go. And a lot of it is to do with these subconscious patternings, or just the cycles that you find yourself in, and shifting and changing that could be something really important, especially potentially around the home. That's something that could come in, but doesn't have to necessarily be only that. That could be impacting the way you're feeling, and it could be crossed by the King of Wands here. This is where the King of Wands is wanting to get motivated and take action, and you're kind of not feeling that. The fact that this energy is crossing you, perhaps you're wanting it, but it's like there's something crossing you it's kind of hard to do that. But because we've got this guy coming in, the Death card, which is transformational change that comes through. So this eclipse energy could have a very, very potent effect on you, Virgo. And you can't rush the Death card when it comes in. It's a transition. It needs to take its time. It's going through, and it's Pluto and Scorpio, so it's going deep. It's intense energy. It's trawling through some things in the underworld, in the underground, that, in your shadow areas that you don't need anymore. So it's trawling through all of that and saying, don't need it, cull, and letting go of a lot of those energies. So that's why it may be not the right time to be taking action or to be getting motivated, even though that may be something that you want to be doing. Now, the King of Wands is an Aries energy as well. So this is an energy of putting me first. Like, I want to take action, initiate action, and put myself first. And it's really, really hard to do that with it crossing the Death card at this moment in time. And that's potentially, it's interesting we're moving from Libra season into Scorpio. So we have been working with the Libra energy, which is about considering another person. It's always an other with the Libra energy. It's about relationships and bringing equilibrium in. And so there's something that's coming through here about putting yourself first, which is going to be a transformational message that's coming in. So no wonder you've got you in your conscious mind here. What you've become consciously aware of. The Magician is always like that first moments of consciousness of what you're becoming consciously aware of here. And it is all about you going deep into yourself. This is a beautiful energy of deep analysis, deep connection to your mind, to your body, and listening to those messages of your body. It's connecting to your inner wisdom. So letting your own divine wisdom guide you at this moment in time. So there may even be a deeper questioning of, like, who am I kind of energy that comes through with this. I'm kind of getting, but yeah, I feel like you're asking some questions, and there's a deep searching, like a bit of a soul searching energy for the answers. We have at the base the King of Swords, what's happening deep down. And so this is very much, what's going on inside your mind. There's a deep analysis, even an emotional, wanting to emotionally detach from something, or feeling like you've already emotionally detached. This is very rational, the King of Swords energy. So, we've got a couple of things. The King of Wands is an Aries. Perhaps there is somebody who's very Aries-like, who feels like, or an Aries that feels like they're blocking you, but it doesn't have to necessarily be that. But the King of Swords is an Aquarius energy. So deep down, this is about you making some really rational decisions here, not emotional decisions. So that is why I think the Hermit and the King of Swords is working really well. It's going, okay, I need to get to the bottom of this to find out what's going on, get to the source, and then I'm going to sort it out. So yeah, it's really going deep with why something's felt, why this pattern's happened, why you're feeling kind of quite restricted, why you're feeling like, why something, it doesn't have to be your whole life. It's just a certain part of you's just felt like, so yeah, let's see. In the recent past, we have the Five of Wands. So this is where something has been a struggle or a battle that comes in with the Five of Wands. So whatever this is that you've been struggling with, the universe is showing you the part that you're playing in it as well. So, which can be it depends on, like Pluto, have the death card represents Pluto. Pluto will show you the truth. And it's how you respond to that is really, is really how you can bring a transformation to your life. And so I feel like you're being shown the truth about the dynamics of something you've been really struggling with and your part to play in that. So it's very empowering if you can go, okay, well, can I shift and change something here with the way I've been thinking or the way I've been instinctually or habitually responding to something. So in the near future, we have the Ace of Cups. I absolutely love this coming in. This is the birth of love, healing, feeling very, very differently. So I feel like the information that you get given from this deep Pluto energy, because Pluto rules Scorpio, it is a Pluto-ruled moon, is transformational. It's absolutely beautiful. This is the birth of healing, the birth of love, the birth of joy, the birth of happiness. It's just a new cycle where you're feeling very differently and potentially, I would say, feeling a lot better about this particular thing that you've been struggling with. So you're presenting as the Nine of Wands. We can see this is the wounded warrior's been through a few struggles and battles. I overcome a lot, but a little bit of fatigue, soul weariness even coming through, even just like, just general physical fatigue could be something that's coming in here. So that's why it's nice to have the Ace of Cups, which is really lovely in the near future coming up. The energy surrounding you, the Four of Wands, we've got the 1111. So there's soulmate energies around you that can be supporting you. And it's about building a very strong foundation about what it is that you truly want, what it is that you truly desire here. And it's interesting because this is very much, it's a partnership. There's somebody else that's involved with this as well. So it's like, what do I want that can bring happiness for both me and somebody else? Which is why it's interesting, because part of the message is to kind of come back to you and work out what you want and what you need. And then that's going to bring the sense of abundance to the situation. So yeah, interesting. We have as the hopes and fears, the Three of Pentacles. This is very productive energy. Perhaps you're wanting to be productive, but there's a little bit of like not quite, if you're feeling like there's been delays in production or something's gone slow, or it's this energy of the death card and productivity is it's slower moving energy. It's something shifting and changing. So it's not the time to necessarily be super productive. It doesn't mean you can't be productive. You can't be collaborating and working with other people. But I feel like this is more of an internal energy, to let this energy pass and to let whatever needs to transform. And then you've got the energy to be productive. So that's kind of the Three of Pentacles, is just being of service and feeling like useful and feeling like you can work well with other people is something that comes in with that. So, but yeah, we've got as an outcome the Queen of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Star card. So again, like you've got 3 fives that have come up: the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Five of Swords. The fives represent conflict. And one thing I've seen throughout all the reading is this moon is actually, because it's a new moon, it's a dark moon. It's not like a big full moon that's illuminating something, but you're still getting the information because it's Pluto, the lord of the the planet of the underworld. So that does work with darkness, that planet of the underworld, and can show you truths that have been underlying and hidden beneath. So I feel like there's all these things that you've been revealed to you, truths that are being shown to you around conflicts in your life. And then it's like you can be really productive and work with that energy. So that's what's coming through. We've got, so the Five of Swords, the fives represent conflicts. So you've got 3 fives. A lot is coming up. You've been learning a lot about the conflicts in your life at this moment in time. 5 of Pentacles about material resources. 5 of Wands about the things that you've been struggling with to get motivated or just have been hard to do. The 5 of Swords, what's going on inside of your mind, conflict inside your mind in terms of, maybe maybe you've had a fight or a fallout with somebody. Maybe it's like this sense of needing to be right or needing to be kind of win the argument or win the battle. Maybe it's also just this sense of just feeling like you're not on the same page as some other people. This could just be internal conflict. But whatever this is that's coming in, this conflict that's been inside your mind, there's these beautiful cards of healing next to it. The Star card and the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is the beautiful nurturer. She's gone, I've got my Ace of Cups now. I'm feeling better. Now I'm going to nurture myself and look after myself and heal this conflict that's been around inside my mind. So it's really, really beautiful. Next to the card of peace and healing, the Star card, which is hope is feeling restored, feeling more divinely guided, getting the peace and the blessings and the healing that you need at this moment in time, deep soul replenishment that comes through and feeling just, it's this lovely internal energy of just feeling better, feeling more hopeful for the future, which is actually a really nice energy to come in. And it all starts from that. And that's where, the Magician is kind of saying, well, you've become consciously aware of some of these dynamics here, which is fantastic. But the Magician's still over there going, we do have new things we're starting here, though. We're creating and willing things into creation. So it's almost like, yes, the Death card wants to bring in this emotional renewal, emotional transformation that's coming through here with this, which is really lovely. And then so the Magician can then start getting to work and you can start working your magic with whatever it is that you're wanting to collaborate or get productive with. So, yeah, it's a lovely energy. And we have also as an overall energy the Eight of Swords, which is about overcoming past limitations of thinking, ways of thinking, which is actually really fantastic. And that's what we're seeing here. That's part of the underlying pattern here, is that the universe is showing you really clearly how it's almost like you've, about how it's wanting to open your mind to new possibilities. So, I mean, this Eight of Swords is where you're feeling restricted, where you're feeling a little bit stuck with something, especially inside your mind. It's where you've built a cage for yourself, but you can break yourself free so easily and could have broken yourself free at any point in time. And you're being shown how to get out. You're being shown how all the dynamics around that. And that's the good news with all of this. So let's see. Let's pull an affirmation card for you, Virgo, and see what's coming in. We have, I express my creativity. My unique and creative talents and abilities flow through me and are expressed in deeply satisfying ways. My creativity is always in demand. So that's really beautiful, because I do feel like there is this deep expression that's wanting to come up and out from you, this lovely creativity. For those of you that are creative, this is a great time to be really connecting with that on a deeper level. And for those of you that are thinking, oh, I'm not a creative kind of person, we all use our creativity, and it may be that you're using it in more of a logical way with the King of Swords in terms of finding creative answers, creative solutions, creative plans, just working with a situation and being quite malleable with it. So, yeah, this creativity is a beautiful energy to come through, and you are crowned by Pisces. The Moon Pisces energy is very creative as well. So let's see. Let's pull a charm. Beautiful. We have the Cross. So it's interesting because this is about finding peace within a situation. Surrendering and letting go is a big message to come through with this. Very much like a Hanged Man energy, which is about just surrendering to a greater power, letting go. It's an empowering energy of wanting to step out of a victim kind of mentality and step into an energy of empowerment, which is really lovely. And I always like to turn it in. It also is the card of peace, the peace symbol. So I like to turn it around because we have the star card, which brings peace and healing. So you can turn something around where you were feeling like, a bit of a victim in a way, or you're feeling like a martyr in some sort of way, and because we've all got that within us, and then maybe you can turn that around to find the peace and healing within a situation. That's something that could come through with it. But I also get there's this particular peace symbol always looks like it's like standing on your own 2 feet as well. So it's an empowering energy of independence and self-sufficiency, and it is that sense of putting yourself first, like not subverting your needs for somebody else's, to actually put yourself first, what it is that you emotionally need at this point for your healing, and to feel like you've got, what it is that you need on a resource level with the Venus-Taurus energy. And Venus rules money, it rules love. So what felt like it was lacking in those areas, come back to yourself, do something special, do something nice for yourself, precipitate this healing, put yourself first, and that's where you're going to be coming up with all these amazing new ideas or steps forward with working your magic with the magician energy. That's where you can be more of service, actually, strangely enough. So that's the message, Virgo. It's actually a very beautiful energy of coming back and deep divine blessings with healing, peace, and deep emotional renewal that's coming through. So it's a really, really beautiful energy. And the star card can feel like blessings, divine blessings, wishes coming true, which is really lovely. So that is your reading, Virgo. Thanks so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments. If you're interested in any of my personalized services, the link for that is in the description box below. And take care.